Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Looking for My Fit podcast. My name is Jamaica, and I am your host. And today, as you can see, I am rolling solo. Well, if you're listening, you'll hear that I'm rolling solo, but if you're watching, you'll see them by myself. And I just need a minute. I just need a minute this week to pull myself together and to accept that certain things are happening in my life that smacked me like a brick this week. Let's go ahead and jump in. My oldest, Jordan, which she's been on an episode before. You can go back, back a few episodes and you can hear one with her. And on the last episode with Carlos, you heard us talking about it. She is in the 9th grade. And now what is so crazy is that she's coming up to the end of 9th grade. She's 14. She's about to be 15 next month. And while I knew that, I know how old she is, it wasn't until this past weekend that I realized how quickly time has flown by. And when I got smacked with the reality that she's about to be grown very soon. And I am sad. I am sad. Here's what happened. Jordan, the pandemic has been tough. And I'm super grateful to see us kind of heading over to the other side of this thing. The thing that's been toughest for my kids is being away from their friends. They all enjoy time with their friends. Peyton especially loves school. Like, she just loves school. Whether she has friends at school or not, that girl loves going to school. Cam, super social. Jordan, super social. So being away from their friends has been really tough. And to start out your freshman year of high school, not being able to be in school is definitely a challenge. However, because she made the decision to go to school with Carlos, to his high school where he works, it has made a world of difference for her because it has actually given her an opportunity to be social. She made a decision as the school year began that she wanted to be active. Initially, she said she wanted to do cheerleading, and then she made a change midway and decided, no, I want to play sports. So she tried out for volleyball, has never played volleyball a day in her life, but she went out for it. She is naturally athletic. I will say that we have known that about her since she was younger. She's just naturally athletic. So she decided to go out. She's coordinated enough to be able to figure things out. Well, that's the best way I can put it. So she went out for volleyball and ended up making varsity. As a matter of fact, she just had the banquet. We just had the banquet last night, Monday night, and she won the most improved award. So she was a freshman playing on varsity. She ended up starting, and she had to learn a lot of stuff really quickly, but she did an amazing job. Anywho, being able to play sports has been how she has socialized. It's been really good. She's been able to still make friends versus being at home, going to a new school, and only kind of seeing people online, because if you know high schoolers, they do not have those cameras turned on for virtual school. So had it not been for sports, she probably wouldn't have been able to meet people. So she's met people on the volleyball team who she was able to become friends with. Then she made the decision that she enjoyed playing sports, which made me so happy because she used to play sports when she was younger. She got away from it. So to see her come back to sports was exciting for me, not because I needed or wanted her to play sports, because I did, but I just really tried to push Carlos and I for them to be active, just to find something you enjoy and go do it. So after volleyball, she was like, man, like, it feels really good to be active. I want to keep playing. So she went out for basketball, and a lot of the girls from her volleyball team played basketball. So she went out for basketball. She ended up playing on JV. But the way that the program is ran, when they go to practices, it's everybody together. It's the JV and varsity. So not only was she able to make friends with volleyball and with JV basketball, she was also able to make friends with everyone on varsity basketball. So that has been her quarantine, not quarantine, but you have that group of people that you feel comfortable and safe being around. And that's been her quarantine, which has been a blessing. Well, the varsity girls, first of all, Jordan's team, JV, went undefeated. They were really good. And the varsity team also went undefeated. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they went undefeated. Anyway, they made it to the state finals, and those were held over this past weekend. Also, they won. Let's go. They won last year. They won this year. Back-to-back state champs. Let's go. Uh, anyway, because we had the state finals, we're here in Charlotte. The finals were actually in Greensboro. So my husband says, listen, the game is going to be early in the morning. It's going to be at 10:30 in the morning, but I have to be at the gym early. With all the COVID protocols, he just needed to get there, to get all the instructions from the administrators or whoever was running things, to make sure that everything went smoothly. So what he said was, I am not fooling with y'all. Waking up Saturday morning, getting dressed to go down there. So we're going to get a hotel room and we're going to go and spend the night. And that way we can sleep in. And when we get up and get dressed, it won't be a rush. We'll be right there by the school. So we get up at a decent time, have some breakfast, get dressed, and then we can make it to the school in plenty of time. So I'm like, okay, that'll be fun. We haven't really been able to take any kind of trips. So this is exciting. Well, Jordan hears this and she says, I want to ride the bus up with the team. Now, that wasn't the part that got I was like, I understand that. You hanging with your friends, you want to ride the bus. I get it. So then she says, I already asked my friend. She's made friends with all of them, but she has their twins on the team who she's good friends with. Also, I have twin friends, so that's exciting. But she said, I already asked the twins if it was okay if I spend the night. And their mom said, yes, I could spend the night with them. And she'll take us to the school to catch the bus because she's not driving up until Saturday. So I said, okay. And it wasn't about her wanting to spend the night. Their mother is amazing. And also one of the benefits of Jordan going to high school with Carlos is that he knows the parents of the kids that, the friends that she's made very well. And that definitely makes for an easier transition. But anyway, it wasn't about that. It was just the fact that she wasn't going to be with us. Oh, gosh. So I don't want to, hold the reins so tight that when she finally gets on her own and she's like, hallelujah, set me free, y'all. So, we built that trust. We have a good relationship. We talk very openly. So it wasn't even about, letting go. It was just the fact that it was happening. So get myself together when she says that. We're good. Friday evening comes when it's time for us to roll out that afternoon and drop her off. Carlos comes, he goes to drop her off, and then he comes back to the house to get us. And as we're getting into the car, I'm like, Los, it's just the four of us, which is very weird when you're used to rolling with 5 people. I'm used to being me and Los in the front, the kids, spread out between the 2 seats in the back, middle seat and the back seat. And it was the twins, and they are more than enough. So I'm not saying that, but dang, y'all, it felt so weird. And I ended up having like a little mini meltdown, I would say. I just couldn't wrap my brain around the fact. And y'all, we were going to Greensboro. If you're from Charlotte, Greensboro is like 75 minutes, maybe. Wasn't like I was going across the country. 75 minutes. We drive to Greensboro all the time. So it's not some faraway place. But as I'm having this moment of revelation that Jordan is a teenager who is growing up, who has a social life, who may in a lot of situations choose to do stuff with her friends, at times when we may be doing something else, I just feel like I couldn't process it. So I said out loud to Carlos, who, when I get in certain spaces, usually will pull me out of that space. When I say to him, like, yo, this is kind of about to be part of our new normal, he says, dang. And it hit him too. Y'all, what is happening? What is happening? So now I'm looking at the twins, and all I can think is, oh, they're gonna grow up too. It was just a lot to take in, y'all. It was a lot to take in. And people say all the time when you have kids, take it all in. Time flies by. And I have done my very best to take it all in, and it did not stop time from flying by. I am just in a place of, I can't even explain it, because until this weekend, it just really had not hit me. And now, sounds dramatic, but life just looks different right now. The lens that I'm looking through right now is it's a lot for me to take in. Seriously, the twins probably think I have lost my mind because I am hugging and kissing on them and talking about, oh, I just love you little. And they're like, Mom, what in the world is happening? I do think part of it too is Jordan was an only child for 6 years. She was 6, about to be 7 when the twins were born. She was, like, not that far from being 7. So she kinda, she was the only child for a long time, so she had us to herself, and because she's older, she and I have been able to develop a friendship. I know people say all the time, "I'm not one of your little friends." Well, Jordan is one of my friends, darn it, there's levels to things, and she knows what lines not to cross, but we've just developed that relationship where we talk all the time, we laugh all the time, she keeps me informed of things, she keeps me up on, all the stuff. She keeps me cool, she keeps me young. So I genuinely, the time that we spend together is just fun. So I think part of it too was like, where my friend left me. This is going to be, Gail and Jerry. Those are my parents. Now I understand. I'll be calling y'all in a little bit. Now I talk to my parents all the time. But man, to think that y'all had to go through this, Gail and Jerry, this is tough. Now I understand why my father cried the way he did when y'all dropped me off at college. I get it. I get it, Daddy. I get it. So that's where I am, y'all. I'm really having a hard time processing this. Today, Peyton had to go get her eyes examined. She has to get glasses. She looks so cute trying on her little frames. And just the time that we were together, Peyton she's just so sweet. And so she, likes to hold hands. And I definitely really, man, I really absorbed that today. Because, man, this is tough. I really absorbed that today. Because, time flies. It really does. So, y'all pray for your girl because I am on the struggle bus. If you watching this, you see it. It's tough. Yeah. And Carlos Cam, he takes Cam with him to football games, and somebody sent us a video that one of the guys making the highlights made, and he had the caption. He said, "Put this young man in some pads," meaning for football, and he's got like these clips of Cam out there because he's like the ball boy for the varsity team, and I'm telling you, normally where I would have just been like, "Oh, he's so cute," I was just like, "What is happening? Oh gosh." So again, y'all pray for your girl. She's in a transitional period. I will say, this transition definitely has me grateful for the fact that um, I do have some things that I enjoy doing. I enjoy working on the podcast. Um, that has been amazing. Also, y'all, I started a little podcasting basics course that I'm testing out this week for the first time with the group. Just helping people who want to launch a podcast or feel like it's like something super hard and you have to have all the things and all the fancy equipment like I thought, and you really don't. And so I'm just helping people out with the basics, and I'm excited about that. I actually had my first one happening Friday. If you want some information about that, look, I'll even put that link in the show notes. It's a beta, got a little discount code on it too for people who want to get signed up. But anyway, I'm actually really grateful that I have those things going on, because you hear the stories about usually in marriages where all of their time gets put into the children and raising the children, and then the children leave home, and then the spouses are looking at each other wondering like, well, who are we as a couple without the children? And uh today, I mean, this week when that happened, it was such a blow to me. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I've been laughing, but I'm so serious that I said I was just happy that I've made room for myself, and that I do have some things that I enjoy doing that I can lean on, because I think that would be even harder to start to see your kids kind of, grow into being themselves and having social lives and feeling, that feeling of, well, what do I do now? So that's definitely a push for me to keep going. Because if I don't have this podcast and other things that I'm working on, I think the feeling would have definitely hit even harder. But I'm going to be okay. I know this is a part of life, and children grow, and we all grow and change and eventually step out there and venture out on our own. Um, but man, the twins just better be ready, because I'm telling you now, I might go wake them up now and say, you sleep with me and your father tonight. Do you hear me? I mean, they're really tall, and that would take up a lot of room in the bed, but I might have to tell Carlos slide over, and we're going to have to make it work. Got to make it work. I need to hold on. I'm holding on tight. So if you have been through this, I need you to just, if you go below the YouTube video or send me something on Instagram, you can hit me at Looking for My Fit or at my personal Meek, MEK_Rich. Send me a DM. Tell me how you're dealing with this, because I have no clue. I'm going to push through. And as I figure out some things, I'll be happy to share as I go along, because this is not for the weak. You hear me? This is not for the weak. All right, guys. Well, I think I've got my tears ready now. I'll go and let them flow as I cry myself to sleep after I wake my children up and tell them to come to the bed. I might have to buy some big onesies. Like, listen, we got to reverse this for a second, get y'all some little cute onesies, put them on, and let me have a flashback day. Let me have a throwback Thursday. Okay. But now, seriously, if you do have children, especially if you're in that stage where they're little and like you love them, but it's super tough and you're like, OMG, that stage passes. And I want to say, like, just take it all in. It can be hard, but just listen to me and know, take it all in, because when people say it goes by quickly, I heard it. You think it's cliche. It's not. It really does. So all those little moments when you wondering, will I sleep good again? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And you'll be looking back at those days fondly. You look back and romanticize them like I'm doing now, and just saying, whoa. So take it all in and just know that stage will pass, and that there will come a time where you'll look back on that with a smile. All right, guys. Keep me in your prayers. And I will see you all on the next episode. Bye.